Is the Flash Pass Ultimate worth the price on your trip to Six Flags Great America? That's what we're here to find out. Come along with me and let's put it to the test. Flash Pass Unlimited is $160 today, but that allows you to skip 90% of the wait time at the 17 attractions that allow it. The only exception to this rule is MAXX FORCE, which you are only allowed to use once. The other rides are unlimited as many times as you can possibly ride.
The ride reservation system for Flash Pass, as you can see, is completely mobile. It's not only extremely user-friendly and easy to book the attractions, but I did not have to wait for a callback time all day.
Unfortunately, MAXX FORCE looks to be down today, so that leaves 16 rides to knock off. How quickly can we get it done? It's time to find out. Ready, set, slay! It's 1:10 p.m. and we're starting at the front of the park with Superman Ultimate Flight. Superman Ultimate Flight is a Bolliger and Mabillard flying roller coaster that debuted in 2002. And while it is a very popular attraction featuring a pretzel loop and then the zero-G roll, it's not personally one of my favorite attractions, but it's time to go. Let's hit it. Superman, done. Took no more than 5 minutes, which is about all I'm willing to really wait for that ride. But the forces in the pretzel loop are fantastic, and the rest of the ride is very calm. It's very serene in a way. You just kind of glide and meander through the course. I enjoy it, but not enough to wait much longer than 5 to 10 minutes for it. On to the next, Dark Knight. MAXX FORCE is testing, so we're back up to 17. 1 down, 16 more to go. Dark Knight, ride number 2 down, 15 more to go. Developed by MAXX Rides in 2008, the Dark Knight is very similar to that of like Goofy Sky School at Disney's California Adventure. Some of the MAXX Ride Wild Mouses are better than the others. This is not one of them. It's really quick, it flies around the turn, a lot of it is in darkness. It is a really tight squeeze if you're tall. I'm almost 6'3". Not one of my favorite rides, but we knocked it out. On to the next, the Joker. The Joker debuted in 2017. It is an SNS free spin roller coaster. And as you can see, the cars rotate 360 degrees freely throughout the course of the ride. This is a big sleigh or nay. There is no in between. Either you love it or you hate it. The Joker has a purple and green side. The green side is going to be a little bit more intense due to the placement of the fins that actually propel the spinning motion of the cars throughout the course of the ride. So if you want to ride, but you're a little bit concerned with the motion sickness, try the purple side. Buku Bonkers Nutso Insado. A huge improvement from the Intamin Zack Spins from back in the day. So much fun, a must ride when you come to Six Flags. Time for the OG Bolliger and Mabillard inverted roller coaster, Batman the Ride. Batman the Ride debuted in 1992 and is the first iteration of this very classic clone that you see in so many amusement parks around the world. And still to this day, these clones are going to be one of the most intense roller coasters you're going to find when you visit the parks.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety, all cell phones must be secured.
4 rides down, and up next, The Flash Vertical Velocity.
The Flash Vertical Velocity debuted in 2001 as Vertical Velocity alongside one of the best roller coasters the park's ever had, Deja Vu. This is an intimate impulse roller coaster and it features 4 launches, 2 forwards and 2 backwards with a top height of nearing 200 feet. And back when it debuted, it used to have a holding brake here at the top, which is one of the coolest features on any roller coaster, but that has since been deactivated, but still an incredible ride.
Intimate impulses are always going to be a back row ride for me. The G-forces going backwards up the spike are always insane. So good. Next up, we have the park's first RMC, which replaced the very first ever Bolliger and Mabillard creation, Iron Wolf. Sky Striker is absolutely insane. More on that later, but up next, our third B&M and 7th ride of the day, X-Flight.
X-Flight debuted in 2012. It's a very popular roller coaster here. It has 5 inversions, reaches speeds of 55 miles an hour. Prefer more the likes of Gatekeeper and Cedar Point. It is still a really, really fun and intense ride.
next is going to be the park's classic aerodynamics looper, the Demon. Now, the Demon originally debuted in 1976, but is turn of the century and only featured 2 inversions. But then in 1980, it was overhauled, added 2 vertical loops to the 2 corkscrews that were already existing as turn of the century, and then was rebranded the Demon. It is still running after all these years later, after speculation that it might be closing, but I'm so happy that it's still here because it is one of my favorite rides to get to come on when we come to the parks. And this is the ride that started my roller coaster enthusiasm way back when. So I'm so excited that it's still here and to get back on.
Welcome back.
Into the Southwest Territory we go to ride Raging Bull, which debuted in 1999. One of the original Bolliger and Mabillard hypercoasters, and this one is running better than it ever has.
Hypercoaster essentially means that the roller coaster is taller than 200 feet. And for debuting in 99, I'm telling you, it is running better than it ever has. What was once just a really good ride is now beyond elite. First of all, it is one of the best back row drops in the world. Okay, there are a lot of rides that I still have to go on, but it is one of the best back row drops in the country, without question. That camelback, that first camelback is absolutely insane. The trims are hardly hitting on it. What used to be nice floater is now really aggressive ejector. The pacing on the ride is better than it's ever been before. Slay, 10 out of 10. Come through, Raging Bull.
Next up is the park's 1995 Intamin wooden roller coaster, Viper.
Unfasten your seatbelt. Exit to your left and down the ramp and enjoy the rest of your day here.
We think God is going that one too. That's God is going that one. Oh my God.
Viper is such a sleigh. It is so underrated. The laterals on it are insane. The airtime when you're in the front of the train is ejector. You're flying out of your seat for the entirety of the ride, and they take great care of it. It is running super, super smooth. Not a lot of jarring, not uncomfortable. Such a good ride.
Up next, another park favorite and family roller coaster, the Wizard.
The Wizard was manufactured by Anton Schwarzkopf and debuted in 1976, but in 2002, it was actually supposed to close to make way for the brand new at the time, Superman Ultimate Flight. However, this is one of very few family roller coasters in the park. The other one is on the other end, basically Sprocket Rocket, and there was so much backlash from the community that they decided to save the Wizard and got rid of one of my personal favorites, the Aero Mega Looper Shockwave, which is another one. You either loved it or you hated it. I am so sad to see Shockwave go. It was an incredible attraction and it was so iconic and so incredible to the skyline, but the Whizzer stayed, the Whizzer won. The Schwarzkopf roller coasters, specifically the bobsled toboggan style, are a dying breed. So to have this piece of history here is still really, really special.
And to our last Flash Pass of the day, the MAXX FORCE.
MAXX FORCE is buku bonkers nutso insano for two reasons and two reasons only. This ride breaks not one, but two world records, though one of them is up for discussion. The first one is the fastest rate of speed and acceleration. It goes from 0 to 78 miles an hour in 1.8 seconds, which is crazy. And then the second one is the world's fastest inversion. It's a 0G roll that happens at 60 miles an hour. It is awesome. Now the ride is very, very short. That is usually the main complaint with this attraction, but I love it. It is so intense, and it is a great ride based on those two elements alone. Mission complete. MAXX FORCE is going to conclude our time here at Six Flags Great America, and if we take out all of the time for me to film everything, it would have taken no more than 90 minutes to get on all of these rides back to back to back. Now, we did not go on a few rides. Number one, we did not do the water rides. I decided to stay dry today, but only one of them was open. Giant Drop closed right as we were about to walk up to the ride, and then also we skipped the bumper cars. But aside from that, we got on every single ride. I didn't have to wait at all for a callback time to get onto the rides. It would have taken no more than 90 minutes, especially if you have to come on a busy weekend. Absolutely worth the price. Thank you so much for coming along on our Six Flags Great America Park Day today. As always, I'm Jerendelle, and I will see you at the parks. Bye!